to the Lovin Abu Dhabi Show podcast. I'm Abby Griffiths.
My name is Lena.
And here are your top 5 stories for today. Abu Dhabi communities can pack relief boxes and volunteer to support Lebanon.
Abu Dhabi resident asked the authorities to fix the pavement and it was done in 2 days.
A paramedic in Abu Dhabi saves a 1-year-old baby whose heart stopped breathing through a call.
Abu Dhabi was just named the richest city in the world.
And following on from that, we tell you about the most expensive house that's just been sold for 130 million dirhams. Enjoy the show, guys. We're going to kick off with this weekend. Obviously, with the UAE Stands with Lebanon campaign, it launched on Tuesday, and it is now open for all residents to come and help and donate to the Emirates Red Cross. There is going to be sort of a donation drive in Abu Dhabi on Sunday, October the 13th, where you will be able to attend. You will be able to bring either only new items, no food and medications, but you can come, you can bring things that you have bought to sort of help the aid, and you can also participate. So the Red Crescent is looking for around 11,000 people and volunteers for this weekend alone. So we're really trying to drive
a lot of people,
sort of the awareness, how people can come and do it. If you can register, you can do it on volunteers.ae. But if not, and you've not got access to that, or you just want to pop down, then you can just go and attend the site. It's going to be at the Abu Dhabi Cruise Terminal in Zayed Port. So just pop down there this weekend. You don't need to have signed up beforehand. You can just get all the sign-on done there. So pop down, do what you can. There's no limits to the time you can stay for. Anyone can help for as long as possible. So just pop down and do your bit, guys. It would mean a lot to everybody. I know that.
And there are also no age restrictions, so basically anyone can help. So the next story is Abu Dhabi resident asked the authorities to fix the pavement and it was done in only 2 days. I feel like that deserves a round of applause. Okay.
In the UK, that would take 6 months.
Well, yeah, maybe. So the residents submitted a request to the government via TEM app, and engineer inspected the pavement the very next day. And so the next day after this one, they fixed the pavement and now they are painting the parking lot, cleaning the area, and overall, fixing the area. So that's great. I feel like it's amazing when you can kind of talk to government, and that things can change in a good way.
Exactly. I've seen it happen a lot quite recently. I've seen road crossings that people are putting on social. I think there was one in Dubai as well recently where an influencer was basically videoing trucks going over potholes. Obviously, me being me, I would just drive straight over it. But yeah, he put a video up and it was done within 24 hours, 48 hours. So it's really cool. It's unheard of from pretty much my experience, but it's really happening loads. And it's just good to make sure that people know that obviously the amount of people on the roads, it's absolutely huge. So making sure that it can get sorted ASAP is amazing as well.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Another really cute story that we've seen, that Lena has lovely found, is that a paramedic saved a 1-year-old baby whose heart stopped. And they managed to do this just through a call. Obviously, when they called the emergency services, they were able to do this and sort of guide the parent on how to do the CPR. So they received a call from a mother whose daughter's heart had stopped beating, which is obviously the scariest thing you could ever imagine.
Even saying this, I have goosebumps.
Yeah,
that's
exactly.
so scary.
So you never want to experience something like this. I know myself, I don't have first aid experience, so if it's really sort of an eye-opener that you definitely need to get something like this, especially if you're a mother, or especially if you're working with kids, or even just
I'd say
yourself.
Being a human, you need to have the first aid things, because I remember I'm from Ukraine, so back in Ukraine I had the courses of first aid, including CPR. But the thing is that even if you have the training and stuff, the question is, will you be able to actually perform it in emergency?
Under pressure as well. I can't imagine what this mother was going through. But
crazy.
The sort of reporter on the phone stayed on the phone to the mother until the ambulance arrived. She was able to sort of keep the CPR going until the ambulance and the paramedics came, and then she was taken to hospital for treatment. But yeah, thank you to the Abu Dhabi Civil Defence Authority for just exceptional service. And obviously thoughts go out to the mother as well, because I guess that was a very traumatic experience, but obviously it's great news to know that she's okay.
And the paramedic, Rabi Farouk Wasarwa, was actually honored by the Abu Dhabi Civil Defense Authority for his exceptional service. But can you imagine, like, saving a life? Like, he literally saved a life.
It's amazing. I wouldn't be able to do that. So, round of applause to everyone. And it sort of made me want to get my first aid sorted.
Go for it.
Because I've never done it before.
Go for it, for sure.
Never. This is quite a cool story, the next one.
Yeah. It is about the richest, obviously. We're in the UAE, right? So Abu Dhabi was just named the richest city in the world. Global SWF shared a new ranking of the wealthiest cities based on capital managed by their sovereign wealth funds. So basically, there's a company who calculates all the growth, all the basically money in the city, and they kind of like make the ranking of most richest cities. And guess what? Abu Dhabi was number one.
We all know that Abu Dhabi is going to be the richest city in the world, don't we? I think when they figured it out, the sort of accounts, the sovereign wealth fund totaled around 12.5 trillion.
Yeah.
So this is mental.
So this 12.5 trillion is Abu Dhabi's numbers, along with Oslo, Beijing, Singapore, Riyadh, and Hong Kong. And altogether, all of these 6 cities, they account for 2/3 of the world's sovereign wealth funds. Mm-hmm. Like, that's a lot of money.
It's mental. There's a lot of stuff coming in to Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Obviously, Molly's just said Abu Dhabi's the greatest city on earth. Yeah, we agree, Moll.
100%.
But yeah, obviously a lot of people think Dubai is sort of the wealthiest and with so much sort of import sort of wealth that's going through it. But if you actually nail it down, it is obviously with the facts as well, it's Abu Dhabi. The estimated public capital is coming to about $3.4 trillion by 2023. Mm-hmm. No, 2030. Not 2023. So yeah, by 2030, it's going to be 3.4 trillion. That is crazy. They're investing so much into sort of infrastructure, tourism, business, everything in Abu Dhabi at the moment. Obviously in the line of work that we're in, we see so much that is coming in. So much is being pumped into getting people over here. So much is being pumped to make the city a better place for everybody who lives here as well. Like the story we spoke about before of how quickly something got changed when the government was involved for the roads with the TAM and RTA. Like it's just crazy how quickly things can get improved, and it's just sort of credit to everyone who's involved.
Yeah, for sure. And you know, like for decades, Abu Dhabi has been building really impressive portfolio, but we're not talking about like only like, you know, this kind of like investor to tourism and so on. We're talking central banks, public pension funds, and don't forget about royal family offices.
Yeah, exactly. There's so much that your probably brain doesn't even think about.
That's for sure.
Obviously, I wouldn't need to know anyway, but seeing these facts as well, it's a nice bit of news, isn't it? Not that I'm the richest person in Abu Dhabi, but it's quite nice to tell people that I'm in the richest city.
And talking about the richest.
Yeah, there's recently, the most expensive house in Abu Dhabi sold for 130 million dirhams. It's obscene to think about ever having this amount of money, but this obviously is for a luxurious 5-bed villa located on Saadiyat. Saadiyat is my favourite place in the UAE. If you ask anyone, they will tell you this. It's stunning. If I had 130 million dirhams, I would be buying a 5-bed luxury villa on Saadiyat Island because the views are just unmatched. It's been customised contemporary architectural design. Obviously, it's fully customised. It will probably be one of the most spectacles that you've ever seen in your life. Abu Dhabi's always been an eye-catching city for international investors seeking new homes in a safe city, and the real estate market is projected to continue growing over the next years, which sort of solidifies the estimated public capital hitting 3.4 trillion in 2030. Everything is just sort of expanding. There are so many developments that are happening at the moment, especially over on Saadiyat with all of the cultural district. So you've got, I think is it 7 or is it 12? You've got all the museums that are going to be opening. So the Guggenheim, the Zayed, is it Labs? It's something Labs. That one is also going to be there. It's in a massive thing that is happening over in Saadiyat Cultural District at the moment. It's going to be an amazing place to live, and I'm guaranteeing that this 130 million dirham investment is only going to increase over the next few years when everything opens over there.
You know, I read comments online about this most expensive house in Abu Dhabi being sold. And funny enough that last week we also had a news about Shaquille O'Neal buying a house somewhere around Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
So people think
That's it.
that actually he might be the one who owns the house. But obviously no information. We know nothing about this. But people, you know, people have their theories going
People
on.
will be on a hunt out for him now.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. I mean, it could be me. I could be the person who has bought this 130 million dirham villa.
There are no pictures online of this villa. I feel like everyone shares like the same picture. Maybe it's like the view from the villa, but there's nothing about like how it looks, where it's located, only like Saadiyat, and that's it.
Yeah, Saadiyat's enough for me. I don't think I'd need to see sort of a blueprint of the apartment I was buying. If I could afford it and it's on Saadiyat, that would be me done. I'm very happy enough. What is the best place to hang out in Abu Dhabi? Saadiyat. I told you. Saadiyat is my favourite. You've got Mamsha, you've got all the F&B there. You've got beautiful Sol Beach, you've got Saadiyat Beach Club, you've got Kai Beach Club. It's amazing. If you want to come to Abu Dhabi, go to Saadiyat and you'll never leave.
I still have to visit Saadiyat.
It's amazing, especially now the weather's going a lot cooler.
Yeah.
It's just the perfect place. Sol Beach is just very chill vibes.
Other public beaches.
Yeah, so it's a public beach. I
Amazing.
mean, you pay about 100 dirham to get a bed, and you go on, and that's access all day, and then you've got a little app, and then you basically can order from all of the F&B on Mamsha, and they come and deliver it to you on your sun lounger. It's great. I will always advocate for Saadiyat. But yeah, if you come in, go there, and you might be able to find the extremely extortionately expensive luxury 5-bed villa.
Yeah. And maybe Abby there, chilling.
Yeah, I'm going to find whoever who's bought it. Well, that's pretty much rounds it up for us today. Thanks for joining us on a Friday. We know it's a little bit late in the week that we normally do on a Wednesday. But
on Thursday now.
Yeah, but happy weekend. Enjoy it. If you're up to anything this weekend, let us know. There's a lot of stuff that's getting kicked off next week. A lot of Disney on Ice is getting kicked off next week. There's still tickets available for it. What else is going on? There's also the circus, like Cirque du Soleil vibes. It's a different experience in Al Ain. So that is also amazing. That's on until the 20th of October. So if you're looking for something to do while the weather's still a bit hot, there's all those fun things going on. Yeah,
go for it. Share, tag. We want to hear your stories. Lovin Abu Dhabi.
Yeah, let us know. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Oh, someone asked which is better, Ferrari World or Warner Bros.
I haven't been to either.
I've not been to either.
You tell us. Yeah. You go, you tag us, and let us know which is the better.
Apparently Warner Brothers is really good, though. I hear it a lot. It's all inside as well. Obviously, Ferrari World, you've got the world's fastest roller coaster. Depends. It depends. We're going to love and leave you now, guys.
Bye.
See you later.
Have a great weekend.